When moving into a new home, there's so much excitement that goes into it. When you find the perfect location and the perfect home, you can't help but envision all the memories you're going to make there. But the actual process of packing up, moving, and unpacking can be exhausting. I highly underestimated the effort that it was going to take to move. And maybe you are also going through the same process. But in the end, it always seems to be worth it. So in today's very long marathon video, I will be unpacking and organizing the entire house. And trust me, I did not do all of this in a day. This is over the course of the last 2 months. I have put together 6 different videos, starting with our new house tour, all the way to organizing each and every space. After the new house tour, we'll be starting in the kitchen, then the pantry, then the bathrooms, closets, and working our way throughout the house, ending with some new home updates. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Michelle, and if you watch the video, we'll be spending a lot of time together. You'll also know that I didn't start off as a very organized person. In fact, organizing was very hard for me. I realized that I did need to come up with some sort of function so that I wasn't losing my mind all the time. Over the last several years, and also throwing 3 kids in the mix, I decided I needed to do something about it. Now I organize in a way that's realistic but also functional. We've waited several months to get into this home, and now that we're here, I'm going to show you all of our updates so that you can get some ideas and also some motivation if you are wanting to reorganize your space. While watching, if you are enjoying any of this video, if you're already subscribed, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, then I would love for you to consider subscribing, because we have so much more to do in this house, and I would love for you to follow along this journey with me. But let's not waste any more time and get started. If you are interested in seeing the house tour, then just keep watching. If you want to skip the house tour and go straight into the motivating content, then go ahead and click on the next chapter, or just jump ahead to minute 21:17. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, today is the day I am finally taking y'all through our new house empty home tour. We have been building for several months, and we are finally ready to move in. So I am going to go ahead and get started. I'm actually just showing you the garage, because right when I start the home tour, they come in and they epoxy coat or do something to the garage floor. So they're going to go ahead and do that while I am starting the home tour. Sorry if it's a little loud. When they're finished, it looks amazing. And it was perfect that they were able to do it the exact day that we moved in. So we are here at the house. This is the front door right when you walk in, and immediately to the right is an office area. So here has double doors, and then we'll have to get some window coverings and window shades here, but the windows are huge, and all of the floors they're wood. They're not luxury vinyl. We decided not to do that, but we went straight with wood. And I know everybody wants to see the kitchen first, so I'm gonna go straight to the living room kitchen area. So we have a long hallway here, and then we are going to hang 4 pendant lights up here. So we have like a double entry hallway here. And then over here is where we're gonna have 1 bedroom, but I'm just gonna go straight to the kitchen and living room area first. So when you're walking in, we are gonna be changing out this light. This is like the grand entrance, living room, and fireplace area. So it all turned out amazing. And we decided to do the mantelpiece unstained because we do plan on adding a hole up here we'll do a wood piece, a wood beam as well. And we wanted to match the wood beam with whatever we decide to do the mantle with. So we'll stain those together. So that's why that's left unstained. And this fireplace is like a remote controlled fireplace. But here is the living room area. So we'll add our couch and all of our stuff here. And then a dining room table will go right here. And then this is the kitchen. So we decided to do maple cabinets for the kitchen island. And we also have tons of storage here. So we have 4 storage, they're actual cabinets with space. And then we have all of our cabinets underneath here. So the paint color here is we chose Snowbound, and then the perimeter island is a quartz, and it is black, but it has like this really pretty detail in the countertop. So we did that, and then our backsplash this is called Zellage tile. So Zellage tile has like different color variations to it, so that whenever you hang it or whenever you lay it, not every tile is exactly the same, which is a really cool feature with the Zellage tile. The quartz countertop on the island is so pretty. It has this like unique detail to it. And I don't know, it came with a lot of warm colors. So it matches, let's see if you can see it clearer. The color, the vining color matches the maple cabinet here below. We have tons of cabinet space all the way down and all the way up. And we did upgrade this hood vent. And let's see, we also opted to get a lot more drawers than cabinets. So we have this cabinet drawer design kind of going on here. And then underneath these cabinets, we added some of the pull-out drawers. So in our old house, we had added these, but we decided to have these installed just on this side. So these are the only 2 cabinets that have all of those pull-out drawers in them. These drawers have pretty good drawer space here. We also opted for the farmhouse ceramic sink with this champagne bronze what is this called? Spigot, not spigot, but super cool. And then here we have the trash drawer. So we'll have to get some trash cans and put them in there. And then over here, we are deciding on which refrigerator to get. And then it did come with some of the GE appliances. Let's see here. Yeah, so pretty cool. And then here is the view from the kitchen. So we're going to be getting a chandelier there. And then we'll be putting our dining room table right here. Here is the pantry. So it has a kick-on light. It's not humongous, but it does have like a kick-on light. So whenever you shut it, the light turns off. And then whenever you open it, it auto kicks on. Immediately off of the kitchen is this extra room, and it is like a game room. We're going to make it a playroom for now, but you can turn it into a game room, movie room. And we did this like really low pile type carpet, and we will be getting some sort of window covering here. I'm not sure quite yet. And then we're also going to be changing out the light up here, but it is a decent sized room, and it is basically, right off right off the kitchen, so that way the kids can play. Although if this area gets really messy, I don't know if I would want glass windows, but we'll put the TV here, and I might do a cool like feature wall there. I'm not quite sure yet, but also the view from this room is pretty amazing. So obviously we have this amazing view here. We really lucked out with that. I'll go out there in a second, but I'm going to go straight to the master bedroom, which we extended the flooring all the way through here, and then we have the same view here. We'll put our bed over here, and then we'll put the TV on the other side, and then this opens up into the master bathroom. So we'll probably be changing out some of the lighting. Here it looks a little bit warm colors, but we ended up doing, this is actually like a darker gray tile. And we got the freestanding bathtub with the gold, what is it, whatever that's called, I can't think of it. And then we also extended the tile all the way up the wall. So it initially didn't come that way, and I asked them if they could do the tile extension all the way up to the wall, and then they did it. So over here is the sink. My side of the sink, we did, this paint color is actually blue. It's like a navy-ish blue, and it's called Cyberspace by Sherwin-Williams. And then we got the framed mirrors, and we did gold features throughout this bathroom. Same on this side, this will be Chris's side. And over here, there is a little like makeup drawer here, and I also have a little mirror up here, and then leads into, let's see if that turns on, and then we'll each have our own closet. So we did the same type of carpet here that we did in the game room or the playroom. Let's see, where's the light? Okay, here's the light. Okay. So each of us, we each have like, it's the exact same closet space. So we'll have a shelf here, and then it's not humongous, but it'll do. I have a lot of clothes, so we'll see if I'm able to fit all of them in this space. So here is the shower. We did do this chevron type tile in the back, and then we did the same tile we have on the outside of the shower all throughout the inside here. And then on the bottom, we did the small hex tiles. So it all goes together, and then we did the gold fixtures, and we have a rain head shower, so we can turn the rain head on and off, and that is the rain head shower. So we have not showered here yet, so we will see what it looks like. Here's what it looked like from there. So we also have double doors here, so we can get in and out either side. And then let's see, over here is the toilet area, and we got a nice little window here. And then this is going to be Chris's closet, which is the exact same. We did the same carpet here, and then it's basically the exact same, but he's going to have all the box panels, and then we'll have some shelves over here. Oh yeah, I forgot to show the countertop here is just, I think this is quartz as well, so it has some like gray vining in it, if you can kind of see that. And yeah, I think that it ended up, I was nervous to go with the blue, but I actually love it. And when I get all of the hardware picked out for the cabinets, I think it's just going to top it off, and it's just going to really look amazing. I'm so happy with the way that this bathroom turned out. All right, so going back kind of to the beginning, On the left over here is the garage, which they are doing the flooring right now. So it might be a little loud. And then we have a little mudroom area, which we didn't have in our old house. So this is going to be amazing for the kids to put their backpacks in. And then this is going to be Rye's room. He kind of got the biggest room because it's its own room. So he's also going to get his own bathroom. And the way that this bathroom turned out, I absolutely love. So we did tile on the floor. I think we have pure white cabinets. And then we've got the mirror here. And then we tiled this blue tile all the way up to the ceiling. I don't know why they did this silver, but we would have liked it to be black, but it ended up turning out really, really good. So I'll do an up close so you can kind of see the color here. It just looks really, really good. And let's do a different view. The flooring, we did this herringbone. It's kind of a white grayish, and then the floors turned out a lot whiter than I thought they would. And then we have the cabinet there. So here's what it looks like. One more time. So when you go into his room, we'll have to just a standard size bedroom here. He's got a pretty good size closet as well, but I'm gonna change out some of the light fixtures and then get him set up. That is his room. So when you're walking in from over here, here is a little coat closet here. And then that leads into, this is going to be Savannah's room. And her room is a good size here. She'll get the bunk beds. And then it leads into their bathroom. So I absolutely love this hex tile. And then they got a grayish cabinet. I'm going to have to look at the color. I forgot what color we ended up picking out. And then their countertop is going to be the same. And then they have the black fixtures. I don't know. I kind of do wish I would have went with gold, but I didn't want to do everything gold. Next, this leads into their bathroom. With their toilet, and then they have a shower tub, and I did the white tile, and then we had them go all the way up to the ceiling, which makes it look really big, and I think that it just turned out really good. And then there's a door here, and then it leads into the next bath. And then this turns into Sailor's room. So this will be Sailor's bedroom. Her closet here, we'll have to get window treatments. Her closet in here, and then this leads into another hallway. This is another kind of closet for some more storage space. And then this leads to the laundry room. So in here, we also did a fun hex tile. We did black and then like a charcoal grout here. So we'll have our washer and dryer in here. And we got a pretty big space here with a cabinet and some hanging space. So this leads into another cabinet, which this is the entryway. Here is the living room. And then this takes you straight to a half bath. So with this half bath, we also decided to do the zellage tile in the back. So it turned out so pretty. And also we did the zellage tile all the way up to the ceiling. So everything just turned out really good. I'm still figuring out what to do with everything, but let's take you to the main feature, the outside. Right, so we have these slider doors, and you can slide them double. So what I mean is that they open, here's the first point, and then you can basically open them up all the way, but the bugs are so bad. So see how they're with the lighting. You can open them up double, but the bugs are so bad. I'm gonna close it before all of the bugs get in. And then we are going to, and this door is pretty heavy, put something on the floor here. But we have stairs, the railing and the stairs that lead us to the backyard. We have a really, really, really pretty space. We're not going to have neighbors behind us, which is great. So we will get this view, and we're just gonna have to figure out all the landscaping that we're gonna do here. But this is obviously one of our favorite features, is this grand view, and then the patio space and just the outdoor space. So that completes the house tour. I am had to go through that really fast because everybody's trying to get in here, and I'm like, let me just film real quick. But anyway, that completes our house tour. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us. We are super excited, and I can't wait to share more with y'all. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. When moving into a new home, what is the first place that you unpack? For me, and if you can't tell in today's video, it is the kitchen. I had spent a long time organizing and reorganizing our old kitchen, so I do have a lot of the cool little organizing gadgets to make this process easier, but one of the hardest things I had was figuring out where to put everything. So in today's video, I'm going to share some of my best and most functional organizing gadgets and ideas. So let's get to unpacking this massive kitchen. So as I get started, we moved in 2 days ago, and I cannot with the bugs. I am totally disgusted. We woke up this morning and that spider is like the size of my daughter's hand, and I am freaking out. This spider actually came in to our house that morning. It slid in through the slider door, and I'm not going to lie, but I have had a couple of nightmares about it. But anyway, we're enjoying our new home, and we are going to start unpacking. I'm starting in the kitchen, obviously. I have the day to myself to knock this out. I don't know where I'm starting. I don't know where I'm going to put everything. I'm just going to grab a box and start going. If you have been to my channel before, welcome back. I know you are excited for all of the unpacking content, and I'm here to give it to you. It has been stressful, just as stressful as packing, but we're getting there. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle. If you can't tell, we just moved into a house. The last video I posted was an empty house tour. If you want to check that out, I post a lot of cleaning and organizing content. Although I'm not a professional organizer or anything like that, over the last couple of years, I have tried to slowly figure out how to organize where it makes my life easier. So I have 3 kids, 6 and under, so anything that saves me time, I am here for. And at the end of this video, if it is something that you want to continue to watch this journey, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way it's easier for you to find my content. And if you're already subscribed and you liked it, then just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. So if you can't already tell, I have a ton of cabinets. We also added a lot of the long drawers, and I am going to be bouncing probably back and forth a bit until I figure out where I want everything. I know for sure that I want all of my Tupperware to go in a drawer. I also have a little organizer for all of my Tupperware lids. So whenever I find that, I will pull it out and come back and visit this drawer. So it was a long day for me, but let's get started. So whenever we purchased our old house, if you were along with me through those videos, I remember buying the house and thinking, I will never fill all of this cabinet space. This is more cabinet space than I've ever had. And now I come to this house and I'm going, this is way more cabinet space than I have ever had. Now, we don't have a refrigerator yet. That hole next to the oven is where the refrigerator was supposed to go. We had a big debate about which refrigerator we were going to get because we did leave the other refrigerator with the buyer of our old house. But then I'm trying to figure out, what do I want close to the refrigerator and what do I want to that is kind of far. So it wasn't actually the organizing of the spaces that made this a little more difficult. It was just the functionality, like where I wanted everything to go. So first, I do keep all of our medicine in the kitchen. I always have, instead of our bathroom, because I think in our old bathroom we didn't have that much space. So I'm just used to keeping it in the kitchen, and then if the kids need anything, then it's easy to access. I did see someone have these Lazy Susan type tables. I got those at Target, and they are just amazing for keeping, all of your first aid type stuff. I know that I have a lot of first aid products. I have flu and cold medicine for adults. I have flu and cold medicine for children's, and then I had a whole thing for infant. So I have like 3 different little baskets and then I have something for like vitamins and stuff like that. So Band-Aids and all sorts of stuff. And then within each slot, I have those organized as well. So like if it's like allergy stuff, that's kind of in one slot. If it's pain medicine, Tylenol, ibuprofen, cough medicine, like it just is all together. So I guess we get sick a lot. In fact, if you are on my Instagram and you saw like about a week ago, I posted that, we have now been in this house for 2 weeks, which is crazy to me. But when I posted this video, it was like day 1 or day 2. But we have a big like blow up bounce house. It's summertime. It is hot here. And the kids were just going down like the bounce house water slide. And Savannah, my middle child, she's 4, she climbed up the top and then she fell off the back of the stairs of the thing. She kind of started whining and I didn't really see it. I was like on the other side of where the slide part was. So I didn't think anything was immediately wrong because she was just whining, and then we kind of go over there, and then I just see her arm and immediately knew how badly broken it was. We had a couple of friends over because they were helping us hang TVs, and we were kind of just finished up, kind of getting some more stuff unpacked. The guys, like my husband and his friends, had just left to walk out because they were going to go get some chicken or something to put on the grill. And I was like, call Chris right now. We're going to the ER. And they immediately turn around and come back. And he's like, he's like the type of person that's like, it's really not that bad. Like I will overplay it, like over dramatize it. And he's like, it's not that bad. And he's like, what happened? Did somebody cut themselves? And I like just folded her arm, like opened the towel with her arm. And he's like, oh yeah, we got to go. So it was the first time that we were like sent, like we went to the ER for an emergency for any of our kids. So it was bad. And they ended up thinking that it may have been broken on her upper arm. But after the x-rays, it was like right above her growth plate in her elbow, which is like, they said it was a stage 3, the worst break you can get. But they did say that is a common break for kids that age. And we ended up in surgery that night, and she now has 3 pins coming out of, the bone and her elbow along with a cast. So she is doing well now. We did spend the night in the hospital. So going back to the medicine story, yes, we do have a lot of medicine. This is our first broken bone. I'm glad that it's over with. Unfortunately, she's in a cast all summer and we can't go swimming. So we're improvising our summer plans right now because it's like so hot, too hot to go outside and not be close to the water. But thank you so much for all of your prayers. If you saw that on my Instagram, I appreciate them. I believe in the power of prayer, and I know that everything is going to be okay. But as I'm going through and unpacking, we have so much spice. I think one of the last times I did a kitchen video, I received a lot of comments on the amount of spices we have and why do we have so many? And I'm like, why do we have so many? Chris loves to grill, and he was in like barbecue contests when he used to work at his corporate job, and he just like, he grills all the time. And so honestly, it's not even me. I don't cook that much, but we just have tons of spices. So at our old house, I was trying to figure out what is the best way where I can organize all of these spices so that we can see them, and the ones in the back don't just harden up because they're not ever used. So I bought these little spice racks. You can just get them on Amazon, and it just elevates the back ones so that you can easily see what spices you have. I wish they were a little bit longer so it doesn't create wasted space, but on the side I'm just putting some extra spices that don't go together, and then I can layer and be able to see all of the different spices here. They have similar ones for like canned goods if you put them in the pantry. I have different shelving. I'll do a pantry video in, I think, 2 weeks. I'll have that one ready, but I do have little shelving for canned goods there as well.
Warm hands, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point? Never call me, and then I see you on the street. Said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm not.
So over on this corner, I originally put a bunch of our cups and glasses near the refrigerator, or where the refrigerator will go. And then I realized that we don't use, like, some of our nicer glasses, we don't use them that often, so I don't really want them by the refrigerator, if that makes sense, like, or by the ice machine. So I decided I'm going to put all of our coffee mugs, our Yeti cups, and our plastic cups, the stuff that we use more often, over closer in this area, and then I'm going to put all of our fancy glasses further away from the refrigerator. So that's what I've went back and reorganized here. I also have these little coffee cup stackers. Before, even if you do have a lot of cabinet space, it's like, how much reachable space do you have? I don't want to climb on top of the counters to get a coffee mug, at the very top of the cabinet. So those really come in handy if you do need to add some additional space, or you just like having the reachable space. So yes, I was smelling cups because a lot of this stuff has been in boxes for over a month. Everything was in storage while we were, just drifting until we finally were able to move in. So some of those cups were questionable, but I'm also not about to wash like 5,000 cups. So we're just gonna hope we don't get sick. The plastic organizers I love for the kids' cups and all of our Yeti cups. Whenever you have a lot of the things that are the same size and you just stack them one in front of the other, then obviously the things in the back don't get used as much. So that's why I kind of like those organizers that lay them out a bit. These cups I'm not worried about. They're all different sizes. They're plastics cups and they're safe for kids to not break. And you know, if you have young kids, I don't like using the lid cups with like milk and stuff, because you know that milk sometimes stays in there. You don't know there's milk in there. And then 4 days later, you're like, gross. So that's why we still have some of those other cups for milk and not water. But in that previous box, I just pulled out moth traps. And it's funny because I had those moth traps from years ago whenever we had pantry moths. If you heard of that story, we ended up just having pantry moths. Basically, like they come and they can grow like in your grain, and like you can accidentally buy something from the grocery store and have it. And then, so I had all those and I was contemplating throwing all that stuff away before we moved here or getting rid of it. And I'm like, you know, I have legit bug spray on the counter, like because of we back up to like an open field. So like I said, I'm still adjusting to the bugs. I'm glad I kept them. And I am like on like the most bougiest episode of Naked and Afraid, where they're in the jungle and they're just getting bit by all types of bugs. Like, I kid you not, the bugs are bad. I know that some of y'all, whenever I posted the picture of the spider on my Instagram, y'all were like, you need to move. And I'm like, I know, no kidding. But we have gotten people to come and fog the yard, so that has been really helpful. But I've gotten the suggestion from some of y'all that bugs, or spiders in particular, hate peppermint. Whenever we had ants, y'all told me that, and I am about to go douse this slider door in a ton of peppermint. But a cool thing about some of these cabinets is that they go in pretty deep. Like, I didn't even know it was kind of hidden back there. So a lot of those pots are like crawfish pots that we do not use that often at all. I can just kind of sneak back there and it not be in the way of all of the other pots.
Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored, and you leave me here like I'm your landlord. You come back and say, I'm sorry, boo, and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. So you're burning with desire.
So whenever I initially packed up the house, I tried to keep things fairly organized. I tried to do a lot of decluttering before, but we ended up just having to kind of rush out of our house a little faster than originally planned. I mean, we still had 2 weeks to pack, but at the end there, I was so over it that we just started just throwing things in boxes. We didn't clean anything before, and so now that's what I'm doing. So here is our Tupperware lid organizer, and let me tell you, having Tupperware organized is the best thing ever. I think that is one of the very first thing I ever organized in our whole kitchen, and I love it. Now, our drawers were a little bit deeper in our other kitchen, and now I'm having trouble shutting the drawer here. So I'm like, man, I've got to use this because it's amazing, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. So I ended up just laying down some of the taller lids in the back, and then kind of you can create your own sections with these, so however much space you need. I made sure that I decluttered all of the older kind of Tupperware that I don't use that often. I switched a lot of it out with glass. I still have some plastic Tupperware, but I also switched a lot of it out with glass. So I'm happy with the way that drawer was organized, and I got everything to fit in it. I also have 2 different types of silverware, and I have 2 different silverware organizers. Why? I don't know. One set was given to us, so I just bought another organizer for it. Now, these things are so cool. If you don't have extra space or a drawer for like these separators, you can just get them on Amazon, and they store like snack bags, sandwich bags, and then you can get like put foil and stuff like that in there. I have a friend who puts them in her pantry, on one of her pantry shelves, because there's not enough storage space. But these are like one of my all-time favorite purchases as well in the kitchen. And I don't know why baggie holders make my life so happy. But anyway, I've got several drawers to still go through and work on. So next, these are like little wooden drawer separators, and they expand out. So if you have shorter drawers, they'll still work. And then you can just separate them, based on however much space you need. This is our grilling drawer. So I just used those little separators to separate some of the tongs and grilling stuff, just to keep it somewhat put together. And then next, I'm going to pull out this little rubber tray thing that I got from IKEA. In fact, a lot of the organizing stuff when I first started to try and figure out this whole organizing thing were things that I got from IKEA. So that was including this little rubber tray, a lot of those little containers, and then later on you'll see in our junk drawers, I have these white these white organizing trays that have a lot of little separators. Now, I could not find that on the IKEA website, but they are in fact from IKEA, like under $10, I think. And I have those in 2 drawers. So IKEA is a good place to also start with organizing stuff because it's super affordable. And then obviously Amazon as well.
I don't want it. Do what I like, I don't like it. My life is a mess, screaming with boredom. I don't feel nothing when I'm buzzing. Someone had some glamorous hurt. 'Cause when I sleep alone for insomnia, they say you have to be beaten up before you're tender enough. They say you have to bruise to feel. I chew, I don't taste it. Obsessing over dress when I split. Shoot me a blink, I'm dying from boredom. I even lie.
So I'm still a little bit in shock that we actually did this and we actually live here. This is like a dream that we're living, and we just feel beyond blessed to wake up here every morning. I know that when people say that, it sounds cheesy, but neither Chris or I grew up or came from a whole lot. So sometimes when you just see things, you always kind of feel like that's not possible for me, or that's not something that I could ever do or accomplish, although it would be a dream. I believe that every single person was put here for some purpose or another. And with that, you are the one that makes it happen, regardless of the cards that you're dealt. A lot of times we tend to naturally self-sabotage anything good that can happen to us out of fear. And I don't know if you remember, but whenever I first announced that we are going to put our house on the market and we're going to move, I said I was almost not excited, or I was too scared to get excited because I have a feeling, or I just have this fear that we were just going to lose everything. And it would probably just be safer to stay where we're at, or not get excited about it, or just not tell anyone. But what I've realized is that when you make these big life-changing decisions, it's hard and it is scary. But sometimes nothing is scarier than actually staying where you're at. And I was listening to this podcast about when people are at the end of their life, and one of their biggest regrets is not something that they did, but it's all the things that they didn't do. And I'm not saying that you have to move out of your house in order to, not regret your life. No, but what is the next step that you want to take? Is it organizing your kitchen? Is it living a healthier lifestyle? Is it going on that trip? So stop letting your fears sabotage your goals. No one ever said it's going to be easy, but I bet the majority of the things in your life that you look back and know that are worth it were hard.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep, and you worn out, sweat
So these are the white organizers I was talking about that are from IKEA. So it's just one big tray instead of having to buy like a ton of little small different size trays, and they fit perfectly in our drawers in our old house. Now I guess our drawers are a little bit bigger here, so I feel like there was a little bit of wasted space, but I still tried to utilize them as best as possible. Later on, I decided that we used to have this spice rack in our pantry, but the way that our pantry is shaped now, we can't use that little spice thing. So because we have a lot more drawers here, I bought these spice, I don't know what these are, spice little shelves that are fit in your drawer. And I'm going to organize our spices in, we already have a spice cabinet, I know, but these are like small spices for our spice drawer. A couple of years ago, I bought the jars from off of Amazon, and then they came with the labels. So I have already had those, and I thought I bought a 4-pack, and I thought that would be enough, and it wasn't. I kind of miscalculated how that was. So I have 2 of them on the little drawers, and then I need to buy a couple more. So now I am completely unpacked. I'm organized. I am going to walk you through that's not the best looking drawer. That's our little junk drawer. But anyway, I'm going to walk you through every single drawer, cabinet, shelf, everything that I've organized over the last day or two and give you a little tour. So if you stick around for the next 5 minutes or so, that is what we're doing.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. You came right out of the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and come along this new house journey with me. I have lots more exciting content to come, and I will see y'all next week. So as we are getting settled into our new home, we are ready to organize the pantry. When I first started my organizing journey, the pantry was the first place I started. I went through every chaotic space in my home and tried to make it a bit more functional, promising myself that I would never go back to the way I used to have it. So organizing the pantry does have a special place in my organizing journey. And let's face it, it's something we're in and out of every day. We just moved into this new house, and in today's video, I will be loading the pantry, unloading, reorganizing it, showing you our new refrigerator, and then also stocking up on our drink refrigerator. I'll also give you all of my best tips for a realistic, organized pantry. So let's take it back the day we moved in, and here is our pantry. It's not gigantic, but the space is big enough for what we need. I plan on unloading all of the dry food that we had stored away with us while we were in between houses, and then I'll come back and restock and reorganize. So let's get started setting up and putting things away.
Kinda simple, kinda wishful about things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories.
So if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Michelle, and just to give you a little background of what's going on is that we had sold our house, and for about a month we were in between homes. We stayed in an Airbnb, and then we stayed with our parents. So everything in our pantry we had stored in these large black totes and had just traveled around with them. When I organized our pantry in our old house a couple of years ago, I had slowly purchased some containers and storage things to keep snacks in, and some can shelvings, and all of the things to help make our pantry more functional. When deciding on different containers and things to buy, and when first getting started, I wanted to make it look aesthetically pleasing, but I also wanted it to work functionally for us. I used a combination of things from IKEA, Amazon, and Walmart. Oh, and I do have a turntable from Target as well. Now, having had that pantry already organized and a lot of things in containers already, it helped a little bit with the unpacking process. If you hadn't seen any of my other recent videos, I do have a new house tour, and also I just finished our kitchen organization. So if you're interested in those videos, then I will also link those down below. But I did start this video the day we moved in, and I planned on initially having everything organized, and then as I went to the store and started to stock up, I would kind of complete the whole organization. But in fact, a couple of weeks had went by before I got back around to it. So let's just call this part phase 1.
Once felt I'm done with the defense, drove back and climbed over your fence, had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off, that's what I told you. Soon enough everything started to change. There's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights.
So again, this is day one. This is what the pantry looks like, just getting everything unloaded and semi-organized. And here's where the pantry ended up a few weeks later, where I was supposed to go and organize it and I hadn't. I just started sticking things everywhere, and now I finally ordered groceries and I can fill all of the random empty containers. I just started shoving things in shelves. As you can see, a bunch of all of these containers that may or may not be filled, but now I'm going to start by taking everything out. That wasn't my initial plan, but since I don't have a lot in there to begin with, it is easy to take everything out, regroup it all together, and then put it back. So let's get back to work. But also, if you did see on some of my latest Instagram posts, we did just get hit with Hurricane Beryl. Luckily and thankfully, it was only category 1, but we did get a direct hit. Like, the eye of the storm went over our whole area. It's so crazy because my parents just got hit with the storm a couple of months ago, where it destroyed their whole entire patio. A tree kind of fell on their roof. They needed to get some replaced. And we did do a video of the cleanup, and I told that whole story like literally just a couple of weeks ago, and we got hit. Luckily, our house did not get damaged. The main thing with these storms, it's not often that you get tons of damage unless you have large trees and one of the trees falls on your house, but we lose power and it is hot. I mean, we are in the upper 90s, hitting hundreds, and it is hot. So to be without power for days is the worst. Luckily, we only lost power for one day. The storm hit, I think, Sunday night, and in our old house, our old neighborhood, I'm still kind of following the page, and they're still without power, and they are on day 3. But real quick, I did take everything out, and this is what I'm working with so far, trying to organize, categorize, and group together. I'm starting with all of the cake mix, all of the sweets, everything that is going on the top shelf, so that way children do not get to it. All of these clear containers are from Amazon. But if you did get hit from the storm, if you got damaged from the storm, if you're still without power, we are praying for you. I am so sorry. The weather has been just insane lately. I hope that everyone is safe. We are safe. Thank you for your concerns. I showed a picture of like the tree in the front of our house completely blew down and uprooted. Luckily, it was probably because it was newly planted, because like I said, we just moved in, so it probably wasn't that stable. But also part of our fence is tilting over, and one of the newer houses in our section completely collapsed. No one lived in the house. It was a new build house. I might post a quick picture up here. It was not our house. So I posted it on my Instagram, and they're like, "Is that your new house?" No. It was not our house. It was, nobody lived in the house. It was still being staged and in the process of being built. So I would say we've had quite an adventure this last month with storms between our new house, our parents' house, and Savannah breaking her arm and getting surgery, moving, being out of our house sooner than expected. What a busy summer, to say the least. But I could sit here and think about all of the things that have gone wrong. And as much as I want to, none of that is going to do us any good. This is why gratitude is so important. I'm not thankful that any of this happened, but I am thankful for what I have. I think I have heard before that the secret to happiness is gratitude. And gosh, when you put that into play in your life and you are going through a hard time, it completely changes your perspective. So how does any of this apply to this particular video? Well, it's because we have a big community here who have gone through a hard time. So things like organizing and cleaning seem to be the least of your concerns when you feel like your world is falling apart. But there are so many things we can't control, but also there are so many things that we can. Sometimes it just takes some momentum and positive influence to get started. And that's what this channel's about.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now.
So clearly I do have a lot of little green energy drinks, greens powder energy boost, because I need a lot of energy that I don't have. I put everything in containers and turntables so that I can see them clearly. This pack of these plastic organizers are from Amazon, and I got them as a pack of 4, and they store, like, I think they're really good for little snacky foods, granola bars and stuff like that. I also have all of those tunas because I mix them with my salads for lunch. But if you have a smaller pantry or need some more storage space, these baskets are perfect. I got them, I want to say, off the M Design website directly, and you just slide them onto the shelf, and then you twist the little thing to kind of hold them in place, and then they open and close pretty easily. You don't have to just put those in your pantry. You can put them like in cabinets or wherever you need some additional storage space. I had them for a couple of years, and I first saw them on Crate and Barrel's website and saw that they were M Design. So I went to the M Design website immediately, and then I ended up getting, I think if you signed up for their email, you got a coupon. So I ended up just buying them directly from there, but it was a couple of years ago. So whenever people come over, that is what they ask me about the most. I just had some groceries delivered. I have been tired of going to the grocery store, so I had a bunch of groceries delivered, and I have said before that we are not big snacky people, so I don't buy tons and tons of snacks, and the reason for that is that that's all we'll eat. That's all. My whole family, all my kids, including me, I'm a big snacker. So I purposely don't buy a lot of snacks. So this first grocery trip, to be honest with you, I was thinking, okay, I got to fill this pantry and make it look good. So I did buy more snacks than what I would normally buy. We also had to stock up a bit before the hurricane came in case we lost power and we lost stuff in our refrigerator. So luckily, we had, after about, I would say like 16 hours or so, we had a generator in our garage. So Chris went and got the generator, so we were able to save a lot of our food when we were out of power. These white bins are from IKEA. Those are bigger white bins, and a lot of the white storage containers that are in my pantry are from IKEA. They have great different size storage solution sets for an affordable price. So whenever you're first getting started organizing, a couple questions I would ask myself is, what do I want to see that is visible and what do I want hidden. So for example, I have some of those white baskets that have hidden chips and all of our breads and stuff like that. The purpose of the hidden chips is because my 6-year-old will go one of those huge bags of chips and just eat them all day, and then my toddler will just grab them, open them, and just dump them all over the floor. But I had this wooden container. I'm going to experiment with these chips that are for lunches and kind of slide them under the pantry. And then you kind of ask, what are some things that you do want visible? Like, do you want all of your snacks visible or do you not? And then you can kind of buy storage solutions that revolve around that. These containers I do not like. I originally got these from IKEA and I saw a lot of people putting their cereal in these containers, which is a great idea because you can see how much cereal you have and whenever you need to, refill. And I ended up just putting them in these containers, but I feel like they go stale a lot faster. So I use them sometimes, but most of the time I just keep the regular cereal boxes. For that same purpose, I also used to have all the little canisters full of snacks, and I would take all the snacks out of a jar, like for example, these like little cracker foods. I decided I don't like using those because, again, I feel like it makes my food go stale. Maybe it's just the containers that I had purchased from Amazon, and also I'd have to sit there and clean all the containers. So for now, I'm just going to put them all together, but I'll keep them in the original boxes. But overall, here is what I came up with my realistic pantry organization.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
So a few days after we moved, we decided on a new refrigerator. We went back and forth between the KitchenAid counter depth one and this LG one. And some of the cool features about this LG one is you knock on the glass and then you can see through, which my fridge is really not that organized all the time. So I was like, I don't really care about that, but it is a mirror. But one of the things that I wanted so bad in our old house was the French door refrigerator. So now I finally got that. This is the one that makes 4 different types of ice. So it makes, in the like water spout area, it makes crushed ice, cubed ice, like most regular refrigerators. But in the drawer, in the freezer part, it makes craft ice. So like these huge ball type ice, and then like pebble ice. Now I am like, oh, that is such a cool feature, but kind of in the back of my mind, I'm going, every single refrigerator I've ever owned, and so many people as I've known, their ice maker went out. So that's not a selling point for me. So here is where you have the 2 different types of ice that will drop. And after having this refrigerator for a couple weeks now, or a week now, it makes ice, but it's kind of slow. But I do like that it has a couple different drawer pullouts for the freezer. It also does not have handles, which gives it like this clean modern look, but I debated, you can only open it from the bottom. So I kind of debated on that feature, but another cool feature is you can kind of click a button and then just like grab some milk or grab something from the outside. This one was on sale and a bit cheaper from the KitchenAid one I liked, but overall it ends up being a really nice refrigerator. If you have this refrigerator or if you have the KitchenAid, let me know how you like it. You have to put in these little ice pads because whenever some of that craft ice drops, it's very loud. It's like a big boom, and I think it only makes like 6 pieces of ice per day. So it's not like you're getting a ton, although you do get, enough that you need. So overall, the only bad thing I have to say about this refrigerator is the prints on the door. Like the kids will just put prints all over the door. But other than that, I have no complaints. But the last thing I'm going to finish up is our drink refrigerator. Usually we have our drink refrigerator in the garage and we store some extra meat and stuff in there. But this time we had some extra space in our laundry room. So I decided that I wanted to have that drink refrigerator put in our laundry room. But all of these drink containers are really, really dirty. All of these containers are from Amazon. I bought, I want to say it was 1 pack that came with 6 of them. And they are just a different way of holding drinks. I'll show you what they look like in a minute when I get them in that fridge.
This is the part where I go and leave you wet in the rain. I know the things that I've done isn't really what you call great. This is the part where you cry. 'Cause you won't see me again. And all the things that I've done isn't really what you call great. I can't breathe, I can't hear, I can't see when your eyes won't stop looking at me. And the words that you said last night, they will echo through my mind, said they will echo through my mind. I can't breathe, I can't hear, I can't see when your eyes would stop looking at me. And the words that you said last night, they will echo through my mind, said they will echo through my mind. It could have been you and I, but we let this slip away. I only wish you could see that some things are not meant to be. Hey, I could have done so much more, trying to make this okay. But I wish you could see that some things are not meant to be. I can't breathe, I can't hear, I can't see when your eyes won't stop looking at me. And the words that you said last night, they will echo through my mind, said they will echo through my mind. I can't breathe, I can't hear, I can't see when your eyes would stop looking at me. And the words that you said last night.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got some organizing ideas, whether you are reorganizing or beginning your journey. If you're not already subscribed, I do have tons more organizing videos coming out, and I would love for you to join this community. But I will see you all next week.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
We are getting settled in our new home, and today's video is all about organizing the bathroom and closets. I will be unpacking a ton of boxes and getting so much done today. Well, this was actually over the course of several days, but after this video, I felt so accomplished. Now, I did a lot of organizing in our old house, so in today's video, I'll be using some of the same ideas, which I'll be sharing and try to get as organized as I can while I unpack. So whether you're moving, unpacking, reorganizing your space, or just looking for motivation, today's video is jam-packed with all of that. So let's get started in the primary bathroom where all of my boxes are stacked up. We have a linen closet in here, and we also have two separate closets, a his and her closet. So I'll be unpacking both of those. I wasn't super excited for this, but I was eager to get started and get it done. Now let's start by grabbing a box and seeing what we find.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand.
So what I'm putting out now are these Door Eye bath stones. So they're like bath mats, but instead of it being made of fabric, they're made of some sort of stone that absorbs water. And Door Eye is the brand of them. So you're not supposed to like get them soaking wet, but if you're like coming out of the bath or shower, you can just step on them and they'll absorb the water, and they don't seep water underneath, or they don't feel wet like a normal bath mat would be. So they're really cool. A friend told me about them, and I purchased some for the bath, and then I also had one more that I had in front of our shower at our old house. But our shower at our old house, whenever we remodeled it, we could move the glass door in and out. So if we had the bath mat, we could just make the shower door go in and get out. But here the shower door only pushes out, and the mat is too thick, so I can't put one outside the shower, if that makes any sense. So I just put it in the toilet area. But anyway, if you were looking for ideas to upgrade your bath mat, then I do recommend those. So I'm pulling out a bunch of plastic bags. Whenever I packed up the bathroom, because all of this stuff is like liquidy, I decided to put it in plastic bags in case something were to spill, then it wouldn't spill all over the box. I do that when I travel as well. Even if I have little travel bags, I'll put stuff in little plastic bags. And there I can see something did leak all in the bag. But if you are new here, we had all of our stuff in storage for about a month. So we are just now pulling all of this stuff out of storage. I don't know what's in all of these boxes. It didn't go from one house to another house. It went from a house to the back of a storage unit to who knows where. It could have came with us to our Airbnb or my mom's, or stayed in storage. I tried to do a lot of decluttering as we were packing, but I felt super rushed when packing. And decluttering is hard for me because I have to think about, am I going to use it? Who am I going to give it to if I don't use it? Like all of these questions, and then I second guess myself. I do struggle with making decisions a lot of the time. Like trying to decorate this house has just been amazing and a nightmare because I can't make up my mind on so many things. But anyway, whenever I'm trying to declutter, it slows down the process on what I'm trying to do, because I would overthink a lot of things. So whenever we did end up moving out, a lot of stuff just went to Goodwill, and I had to be okay with that because it was more of a mental stress figuring out what to do with things than it was easiest just to donate everything. So moral of the story, as I'm unpacking, I'm trying to do a little bit more decluttering. but also just trying to get it put away too.
Not used to this. I don't know how to act, don't know how to adapt to this situation. Not used to this, no I'm not. But better let myself give in to love, believe in us, no matter what it does to my heart. Not used to this, no I'm not. It was like if we were to waste these moments, they're like poets to me. You getting into my brain. I feel emotionally drained. You getting into my brain.
Now, I really like the idea of turntables in all spaces of organizing. Now, I know that they're most commonly seen in the pantry, which I have them in the pantry and I love them, but I have also seen them in the bathroom, and it works perfectly whenever I just have this one big cabinet, and then when you pile stuff in there, obviously it's hard to see. So I like using them in all different organizing spaces. I have a more decorative one that I keep on top of my counter that has some skincare type stuff in it. And then I have just the regular Lazy Susan turntables on the bottom for like hair products or anything extra that I haven't opened yet. Now, these bigger drawer containers I'm unpacking there, I do like them, but I feel like for the price, they're either the I design or the M design, I can't remember. But I feel like they're hard to open and shut. Like the shelving is just not super smooth, but I do like having them for extra storage. So this isn't something that I open these drawers every single day. It's more for like extra soap or extra travel stuff that I would just grab every once in a while. And they're stackable and they do fit nicely under a cabinet. So I have a couple different drawer organizing containers, and I have gone crazy with containers before when I got on a big organizing kick, and then I have gotten to the point sometimes where I'm like, okay, I have way too many containers. So I have some that are expensive, and then I have some that are relatively not so expensive. Like those, for example, are from Amazon, and I got a big pack of them for a reasonable price. And then I have some more of the acrylic organizers that are a little bit fancier, sturdier, and like the one I'm cleaning right there. And the one that's in this drawer that I do like better. And I am going to get more when I organize my vanity area. I kind of ran out of those ones. So it just depends. Like Chris does not care what type of organizer we have. So that's why he has like all of the plastic Amazon ones. And then mine are a little bit more fancier and a little bit better quality. But if you were to ask me like which ones should you get, I would say it depends on what you need it for. If you don't really care about the look of it and like the feel, the acrylicness of it, then the Amazon ones that are more plastic are completely perfect and do the job. If you're on a budget, I would always say just start with the least expensive ones and then you can always upgrade later. I think that's one of the hardest parts with getting started is that you want to have an organized space, but you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on organizing products. I would say start cheap and upgrade later because then you can find the function. Like what do you want? What sizes do you like? How does your space actually function? I've gone back and forth a lot on, I would buy a container. I'm like, I don't need these big of containers, or I actually do want to contain this into a smaller container. So once you kind of get the flow of how you want things to go, then where to spend money on upgrading containers, or if you even need to do that at all. Most of my stuff has been accumulated over the last couple of years from our old house.
I'm going out with you tonight. Are you close to here? I'm feeling down, I don't know why. No, it's so surreal. Think I want you here. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Though I want your touch, baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy, but baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. So you are like me, wanna be free like a summer night. I'm feeling.
So one thing I'm struggling with is picking out the perfect hardware. I have been looking high and low for hardware all over the internet. I cannot find something that is like unique and cool. I've looked on Etsy, I've looked everywhere. There's some that I think I like, but I don't know. If you guys have like hardware recommendations where I can get like cabinet pulls or handles, then if you have a cool place, let me know what it is. I am looking for gold hardware, both for the entire kitchen and for all of the bathrooms. Our bathroom color is Sherwin-Williams Cyberspace. It's like a deep blue color. Like it looks grayish, but it's actually blue. So I think gold hardware would look amazing. I just need help figuring out where to get it. But I have finished the bathroom. Here are all of my drawers and cabinets. Even though it is kind of a small space, it did take a while to get unpacked and organized. Now I'm going to move on to the primary closet. This is my closet. Like I have my own closet, which is amazing. So I'm on the right side. Chris's closet is on the left side. And what I'm doing here is unpacking all of the clothes. I had bought those clothes, I don't know what those are, storage thingies that we moved with us. So all of these clothes came with us whenever we were in between houses. So I'm going to start with those. And then all of the clothes that are in boxes are more like winter clothes. Once I get to those boxes, I'm going to start unpacking those.
Another season we leave behind, another story that's got me blind. Got only you on my mind. I couldn't
So if you watch or follow a lot of people who do organizing, you'll notice that a lot of people color code their clothes. And when I first started watching and following people, I tried doing that with, I started with the kids' clothes and realized that I do not like color coordinating. I like categorizing and then stopping there. And that is because I have just found it so much extra work whenever I am putting clothes away to have 3 different tank tops and have to put them in like each color coded pile. And I don't pick out my clothes based on color either. So the upkeep to have it color coded did not outweigh the amount of work that went into it whenever I would be putting my clothes away. So instead, I just categorize it and leave it at that. So everything on the left bottom side is, I started with just tank tops. So sleeveless shirts are on the left, and then it goes into short sleeve shirts. And then on the right, I have some rompers. And then on the top shelf, I have all of my long sleeve shirts. And then the thicker that the long sleeve shirts goes, the more to the right it goes. So starting off with just like long sleeve regular shirts, and then I have like more of my sweaters that are going in the middle there, and then on the right side is more of jackets, coats, cardigans, stuff like that. So let me know in the comments below, how do you organize your closet? Do you do it by category? Do you color code it? Is it super organized? Is it just kind of thrown in there? Let me know.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you.
So whenever I was unpacking, I was also doing some more clothes decluttering. It's easier to declutter winter clothes when I'm in the middle of summer because I'm like, I don't know if I'll wear this. But anyways, I swore that I had more boxes of clothes than what I had. And I couldn't remember how much I decluttered before we moved. But I was pleasantly surprised that everything fit nicely whenever I was done. I have read a couple of different places that you should be filling up about 80% of your space and making sure that you have about 20% empty. So I've gone back and forth with feeling a little embarrassed about the amount of clothes that I've had and I've shared, and trying to get rid of it all because people said I had too much, and then being like, well, who cares what people think? I can have as much as I want. And I've juggled with that a bit. I've just come to the realization that if it fits in my space comfortably, then I'm not going to worry about how much I have unless it does feel a bit overwhelming. Now, I wanted to quickly mention one upgrade I did in my closet about a year or so ago was upgraded all of my hangers to these black velvet hangers, and all of my hangers are from Home Goods. I went and bought like the 50 pack from Home Goods, and I would just keep going back and back until I was able to get hangers for all of our clothes. Now I've moved over to Chris's closet. I'm going to unpack a couple of boxes that were in our bathroom of his clothes. I'm going to try to organize his clothes a bit. But I am definitely going to have to come back to his closet and redo it a different day. He does not have a dresser, and in our old closet, we had enough room to fit one of our really old dressers. So I feel like I'm going to have to figure out how to do all of his shorts and pants and stuff like in those boxes and make that look a little bit better. But for now, we're just trying to get everything out of boxes, and we've accomplished that. So moving on to all of my dresser clothes, I started folding my clothes KonMari style, meaning like you're stacking them that way so you can see them opposed to stacking them up and down. And it has been game changer. I have mentioned this before that when I first started organizing that I didn't think I would be able to upkeep it that way. I would just go back to probably just start throwing stuff in my drawers, and surprisingly I have upkeeped it because it is that much easier to see and maintain my clothes when I fold them this certain way. Drawer organizers are also game changer. Now, my dresser is very deep and I feel like they work very well with kids' clothes. But if I were to put like my shorts in there, I'd only be able to fit a couple of pairs. So they've gone in and out in my dresser, but for the kids' clothes, they are magical. I have ones from Amazon and IKEA, and I like them both. When I started my organizing journey, that's kind of what I call it. When I used to go from seeing people on Instagram and kind of rolling my eyes at how picture perfect everything was, and I used to think that was so unrealistic and it was just all for show. And then when I started doing it myself, or when all those organizing shows came out on Netflix, and honestly, I was probably a little bit envious. When I started doing it myself, I started in the pantry, and the next thing I did was move to the clothes. I have a lot of clothes. My kids have a lot of clothes. So if I'm going to choose to have a lot of clothes, then why not make them organized and fold them in a way where I can see everything? So I got on the KonMari kick and I haven't looked back. So if you need a new process or structure of how you fold your clothes, it's really not as intimidating as it looks. But leave me a comment below. I'm curious to know, do you already fold your clothes KonMari, or do you have a special way of doing it? So I was just in Savannah's closet, and now I'm moving on to Sailor's closet. Before, they shared a room and all of their clothes were together, and now they have their own room. So now we are separating their dresses and closets. I am going through and doing the same thing, categorizing into more of their formal church dresses, and then I will do jackets, coats, and long sleeve dresses. Now I'm moving on to Rye's room. I'm going to go through his dresser, and I have boxes piled up against the windows because we ordered blinds, or we ordered shutters for the front of the house and the bedrooms, and right now it is so bright. We have no window coverings, so temporarily I put up stacked boxes. One of my neighbors, who is also a friend, came over. She's like, "Do you have just boxes piled up in your windows?" I'm like, kind of, yes. Well, we're blocking the sunlight, but it takes a couple of weeks for all of that stuff to come in. So that is our temporary solution. I will say that one thing I'm nervous about is Christmas decorating. I have received a lot of comments, especially whenever I showed the new house and on my Instagram, about you can't wait to see how I decorate for Christmas, and y'all are making me so nervous. I feel like once you get your Christmas decorating down, it was like I knew exactly where my tree was going to go. I knew exactly where my garland and stuff was going to go. And it was more so in our old house of me just kind of figuring out the colors and maybe the different ribbons and maybe a different garland style. But now I have a massive 12-foot Christmas tree. And I know I'm talking about this in the middle of summertime, but I'm getting nervous. I have a massive 12-foot Christmas tree. A lot of y'all found me through Christmas decorating, which I appreciate. I love Christmas decorating, but now I feel like I'm gonna have to step up my game, or I have a lot of pressure. My 12-foot Christmas tree, the way that our ceilings are kind of vaulted is that the top of our ceilings, where the vault is 15 feet. And the sides will go down to like 12 feet, but I can't really put a 12-foot tree on a 12-foot ceiling because then you have no room to put anything on the top of the tree. So I'm going back and forth on whether or not the tree is going to come to this house and we're going to make it work, or if I need a 10-foot tree instead. I'm also debating on where to put it in the house. I think what I might do is put it in front of our sliders, which would be closer to the 12-foot ceiling, which means I need a smaller tree. Or if I put it behind the couch, that could go up to the 12-foot. So again, it's more of trying to just figure out where to put it would mean what tree I can use. But aside from that, I'm also trying to decorate the house in general. I'm starting with the living room and I'm going back and forth on things, but it's like you order a piece of furniture, you order something, and then it takes like 3 weeks to come in. And so I feel like it's just been taking a long time, and I want to see what it looks like in the space before I choose another piece to kind of pair with it. Because nowadays, mostly everything you just can't see in person. But I've ordered some pieces, a big mirror, a new console table, a new chandelier that I'm slowly piecing together. I'm loving it. I just have a couple more things to get, and then I will put together a living room, decorating refresh video very soon.
A new place, a new home. For a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky.
So lastly, I'm moving back to my closet. I'm going to put away all of my boots and shoes. And for all of my tall boots, instead of having the leg part kind of flap over, I had ordered these, they're like boot things. What are those? They're little plastic things, and you put them in the boot so that way it'll keep your boot upright. Whenever I bought these when I did one of my organizing videos a long time ago in my old house. I received a lot of comments that you can just use pool noodles and cut the pool noodles. So I never saw that hack anywhere. I guess it was a great trick, hack, whatever. I failed to see that before I bought these. I think pool noodles would probably work better because these you have to fold in, and then they come in different sizes, but some of them I had to use 2 of them. So anyway, that is just a little trick that I learned from y'all.
I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
It's crazy to think that we are almost close to the end of summer, and I feel like summer just started. But starting this fall, I will be kicking off another round of the YouTube Power Program, which is basically teaching you how to start, create, and monetize your YouTube channel. We have had an amazing round of students this go around. I actually will call them my friends now. You know who you are and keep kicking butt on here. But if you've ever been interested in starting a YouTube channel as a side hustle and creating content on things you enjoy doing, then click on the link in my description box for a free copy of the YouTube Power Kit, 7 steps you need to get started. That'll put you on my email list where you will get notified of when the program launches again. So lastly, I'm going through boxes that are kind of random stuff we had in our closet. We have a bunch of ski gear. Y'all, we went skiing like over 10 years ago, and we went one time and bought all of this ski stuff, these ski goggles. And whenever we were decluttering, I told Chris, like, we probably don't need any of this stuff, or we can like pack it away. And he's like, we're going to go skiing again. We need to keep all this stuff. So I'm like, well, I'm just put it in this little box, and then you can keep it in your closet, because I'm a beach person. I think I've asked y'all this before. To comment below, are you a beach person or are you a mountain person, whatever you want to call it? And I am totally a beach person. So basically, we haven't been back skiing ever since. Now, I do have this whole shelf, and I believe it was intended for shoes, but I like having that space open in case I need to put like personal stuff on there, like my computer and some of my equipment and stuff, and keep that open and just have shoes kind of hidden on these bottom shelves. So that's what I ended up doing, or how I ended up organizing this space. But thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every comment and all of your support. Things are finally starting to come together, and I just love having y'all here with me. But make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I will see y'all next week.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive.
Things are finally starting to come together. We've been in our new house for a couple of weeks, and in today's video, I'm going to be finish unpacking, getting things set up, getting rooms made, getting some furniture in, and then I'm also going to be doing a bit of organizing and then finishing with a bit of cleaning. I'll also tell you the plans I have for each room and what I hope to do with them. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Michelle. If you're needing some new ideas for your home, or just looking for cleaning and organizing motivation, then you clicked on the right video. If you've been following along for a while, then welcome back. You know that we just moved into this home about a month ago, and in every video, I'm trying to get unpacked and get organized. So I'm gonna first start in the laundry room, getting all of our cleaning supplies and everything that goes underneath our washer and dryer all organized.
To be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better.
So if you're not familiar with the story, when we moved, we had to store everything in storage while we kind of bounced around wherever we lived. So our washer and dryer were in storage for over a month. I mean, along with everything else we pretty much owned. And we had just purchased this washer and dryer set along with the pedestals, I want to say a couple months before we moved, because our washing machine that we had, it was a Samsung washing machine we had for about 8 years, broke on us. So we ended up getting this LG washer and dryer set. Around Black Friday time, I went and purchased the matching dryer along with the pedestals. And whenever we listed our house, the person who ended up buying it wanted us to leave our washer and dryer. And I was like, oh, heck no, we just bought those and I got them for a good deal. So we ended up taking them and I still really like them. Our laundry room is about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than it was in our old house, and I opted to go with the dark black hex tile, which I love, with a really dark gray grout, and because it kind of went with our washer and dryer, which is I don't know if it was called black stainless, or I don't know exactly what it was called, but it was definitely the darker color. So I typically keep most of our cleaning products in the laundry room or under the sink. So I started organizing a little bit under the sink. In our old house, we had this big reverse osmosis system underneath the sink. So there just wasn't a lot of room because that took up a lot of space. But in our laundry room here, we actually have a cabinet. So I'm going to use this cabinet to store the rest of our cleaning products. I also had a little, if you don't have a cabinet like we didn't before, I just used a 3-tiered cart and I kind of tucked that away beside the washer and dryer where you couldn't really see it when you walked in, but there it had a bunch of different cleaning products. It had any sort of extra like laundry detergents and stuff, and also like mosquito spray, bug spray, and sunscreen. So here's the laundry room cabinet. It was more spacious than I thought, so I ended up just kind of not using that 3-tier cart in here, and that kind of made some extra room to put like our vacuums, our cordless vacuums. So I asked a question in my very first video, and it was that the first thing that you do when you move into a new house is organize your kitchen. And someone said, I make my bed. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I agree with that too. So we made our bed when we moved in, and I was like, we need some new sheets and we need a new comforter. So I ordered the Caroloa sheets. I have used Caroloa sheets for quite a bit of time, and basically they are bamboo sheets. And the first time I ever heard about them is on our honeymoon cruise. We went to the Caribbean islands, and they said that the Caroloa bamboo sheets were like made there, and we went to this big sales spiel, and I was like, these sheets are like $300. There's no way. We just got married. We have no money. We have nothing. And we got talked into buying a pair, and then I have never looked back. So I went ahead and got those. I think they were running a sale whenever I got those. And there's a lot more variety of sheets than what they had back then. And I also got a duvet cover. So I got a white duvet cover. And the reason why I got a new duvet cover is because sometimes when you get a white one, it starts discoloring. So it looks kind of gross. I mean, it sounds gross, but it's like it started getting yellowish. And I don't know if it's from sweat or whatever. So over time, it started changing colors. So I ended up getting this one. In one of the reviews, somebody said that this one doesn't discolor after, using it for a long time. So anyway, we will figure that out over time. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these in the washing machine and put them on our bed. So we right now have gray, and I ordered the blue ones. They were called, I don't remember, something blue. So I was like, these look super gray, but I'm kind of comparing them to the ones I have now. There you can kind of see, I guess they do look more blue than the gray ones I have, but if you just look at them, they kind of look gray. So anyway, I'm going to start making the bed. Now, one thing I was a little disappointed about was once I washed them, they didn't feel as silky, and these were the luxury silk brand ones. So, but they still are comfortable. I wouldn't say that they were terrible. They were still comfortable, but just after the first wash, they weren't as silky. But they, what I do like too is they also have this elastic band so that it will stay on your mattress. So if you have deep mattress, which the set I had before, it would always come undone because I have a pillow topper on the bed. I have a mattress protector sheet, and it just makes the mattress pretty deep. So that helps eliminate that problem. Another option I have on the kids' beds, I do have a bamboo set from Amazon. I'll have to find which ones I bought that were pretty much a fraction of the cost, but they are still super comfortable. But I think the key is that I just really like bamboo type material, which just feels super soft.
I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep them, and we're fading in and out together. The feels wide open, stuck in the moment. The feels wide open, stuck in the moment. The feels wide open, stuck in the moment.
So our plans for decorating the master bedroom, primary bedroom, is that I don't know yet. I'm kind of indecisive about what I want to do, and I know first and foremost is we need some sort of window treatments because in the morning it is bright. Like you can see how it's just hitting the bed, and that is my spot on the bed. So it's like, bam, way to wake up in the morning, which is nice to have all the natural light, but we just need to figure something out. We ended up going with some roller shades in the game room or movie room, playroom, whatever you want to call it, which whenever I do the big playroom reveal or movie room reveal, I'll show you exactly how those work and operated. But I decided not to do that in our primary bedroom. One, because they were very pricey, and two, because I don't know, I think I want curtains in here. I keep seeing a lot of ads for the 2-page curtains, which are popular on Amazon, and I don't know, I'm just seeing them everywhere. So I ordered some of those for our living room as a decorative piece. But if you have the 2-page curtains, or you have like specific curtain brand you like where you can customize a bit of the size and the width, then leave me suggestions in the comments below. I'm thinking whenever those curtains come in, then I will test them and put them here in the primary bedroom. But a funny story, whenever I posted a video about Christmas decorating, it was the very first year I started here on YouTube, and it was a Christmas clean and decorate. And I guess in that video I made my bed, but like a year later I received a comment on there, and someone said, "You don't know how to make a bed." And I was like, "Oh, I guess not. I just put it together." So I've always thought about that whenever I make my bed. I'm like, well, I guess I've never actually taught how to make a bed. I've just kind of made one and hope that it looks good. So here is my non-existent bed making skills. There's a nice pillow to go with it. But anyway, moving on, we also, when we purchased the house, it did not have any window treatments whatsoever because we planned on putting something in. And this is literally what you see from the inside and the outside. Now, this is Rye's bedroom. So can you imagine taking naps with the amount of light that was coming in, here was my temporary solution. So one of my friends told me, just go and buy the temporary shades until you can get, until your shutters come in. So I didn't know that these even existed. And here they are. They are paper temp shades, and they're sticky, and all you do is just stick them on the top of the window. I should have gotten blackout ones because obviously you can still see quite a bit of light through here, which is not ideal when putting a baby down for a nap. But I did not measure or do anything fancy, so they look a bit ridiculous, and I end up still putting boxes in the window as my temporary solution. Now, and also in a previous video, I asked y'all how you felt about shutters. And originally I was going to do shutters throughout the whole house, in every window in the house. And then some feedback I got from y'all is that they're kind of hard to clean. They can get dusty. And then other feedback is they look really nice. And it kind of just depends on what you want. So anyway, I did do shutters. There's my temp shades up in the front of the house, and they don't even go all the way down, and they don't fit the window right. And at this point, I just didn't even care. I needed something temporarily. But we went with shutters for those two windows. This is Sailor's room. So in her room, and Savannah's room, which faces the front of the house, and also in Rye's room. So all the kids' room, we are getting shutters. And then in the back of the house, we did the roller shades. That way we could see the whole view, because I didn't realize, shutters kind of block the view a bit. And then in our bedroom, I already told you, I don't know yet. We are just thinking about curtains. And thinking about curtains, what's funny is I think curtains look so pretty and luxurious and elevate the room. And when I had the person come out to do, give me a quote on all the window treatments, I was like, I think still going to do curtains in the kids' rooms along with the shutters. And she's like, oh yeah, I guess curtains are kind of coming back into style. They weren't in style. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that they ever went out of style. So good to know that I'm coming back in style and using curtains. So one thing you want to make sure that you do, though, I think everyone knows this, but if you don't, is that you want to make sure that your curtains are hung as high as you can get them to elongate the room. These pink and white curtains I had in the girls' bedroom, which they shared. And now the way that Savannah's room is, they're too short for her bedroom. So I'm going to put these in Sailor's room, which is what I'm in now, and hang them in here. Now, the only thing that I don't like about these is that the color pink is off from the color pink of her bed. So we had that little bed from when she moved. We transitioned her out of a crib into a bed, and it was this pink tuft bed, and we kept it just in case. So we pulled that back out, and now that pink does not match the curtain pink. So it bothers me a little bit, but I'm going to just have to come back to her room later and figure it all out. She wants a blue room, so we'll figure out what we need to do. Next thing is getting some light fixtures hung, getting the mirrors hung, getting the rooms put together. Everything that we have here, we brought from the old house. I made sure that I took down the chandeliers. I'm a huge chandelier person, and that's what we're going to do next.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place.
So Savannah is my middle, if you're not aware of that, and this is her bedroom, and she is letting me kind of do whatever I want in here. I want to wallpaper her whole room. There is if you're familiar with Studio McGee, her nursery had this feather-like wallpaper. And also, if you're familiar with Chris Loves Julia, one of y'all told me about Chris Loves Julia about a year ago, and I never heard of them before. And I started following them on Instagram, and I kind of am obsessed with them now. So they also have this wallpaper in one of their guest bathrooms in their dining room, I believe. So I want to wallpaper her whole room that way. Now, Sailor won't let me design her room. She's very particular about what she wants, how she wants it, and so that's why Savannah's letting me do some more stuff here. So I don't know when that's going to happen. We are just going to try and get settled in first, and then I'm going to come back around room by room before we do anything to the walls. I originally was like, we don't need to hang anything until I, do all this stuff. And now I'm just like, I don't know when I'm going to get around to wallpapering rooms. I want to do board and batten on rooms. I want to paint rooms. And I'm like, let's just get settled first. And then I can do that a little bit later. So if I don't change my mind from now until then that's what I'm going to go with. Right now, I'm in Rye's room, who is my almost 2-year-old little boy, and I was able to reuse these curtains. I was thinking they might be a little too long, but they actually fit really well here, and they are blackout, so they look good. We also brought the chandelier from his room in here. And when he gets older and transitions out of the crib, then I really want to do like a golf themed room, but like vintage golf with like some deep green plaids and leather. And I don't even know what that's going to look like, but in my mind, I think it's going to look good. So next, because the girls shared a room, they shared a dresser. So I had to order an extra dresser to go ahead and put in Sailor's bedroom. And the dresser I ordered is from Pottery Barn Kids, and it matches Savannah's bunk bed, but Sailor wanted the new dresser. So I can all mix and match it a little bit later on, but I'm going to pick up her room a bit. And then once we get that dresser delivered, then we're going to start organizing it.
You had me at a low, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
You can ride all the blue. I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you.
I've talked about these cube organizers for so long that fit perfectly in dressers. If you haven't seen my clothes closet organization video, I talked more about them, but they're so great for kids' clothes and just for organizing and being able to see everything. So right off of her bedroom is this little hall closet. And next I'm going to kind of put things away and organize it as best I can.
We won't be scared.
You will see me flying high. I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
So this hall closet is going to consist of some games, some extra like crafty stuff that I have, maybe some stuff from the Cricut machine I have, which we still do have a storage unit full of stuff. Most of it's garage stuff, but I think I have some other boxes of old office stuff that is still in that storage unit, along with all of my decorating, Christmas decorating, fall decorating stuff. So I don't know where some of that stuff is, but we'll find it. And so this closet is going to be, I have some artwork, some arts and crafts stuff here, and then also toys that I don't want. I guess you can say kind of toy rotating, but not really. I just don't want them dumping out the Legos every 5 minutes. So just toys that they would have to ask for before they could play with them. Now I'm back in Rye's room, and he has the biggest closet out of all of the 3 kid rooms because he kind of has his own little suite over here. And here I just have a bunch of random stuff. Nothing is really organized at all. It's all extra clothes that he'll grow into, extra diapers, and then my old wedding dress. I'm probably going to get him a new mirror. Some of the stuff he has is a little bit girly, only because it was, I have 2 girls before him. So it was all kind of hand-me-down stuff, as well as this dresser and the crib and the chair I have used for all my kids. So since a lot of my recent videos have been about the new house, I have some either older subscribers or new people asking, why did we move? The short answer for that is there's no one reason. But I wanted to ask y'all a question. Do you ever stop for a minute and just think about, is this really where I want to be and where I see my life going? Either if some parts of your life feel like they're falling apart, or you feel like everything is perfectly normal. I think what it comes down to is that I never really stopped and asked myself that. Yes, things were going good. We had been in our home for 9 years, and I had these long-term goals that we were going to live on land one day. And then I had all of these other false beliefs like we can't afford a new house and we don't need to move and the interest rates are too high and we'd never get financed and we would be selfish if we left, because we have everything we need and people tell us we have a nice house and we should just stay here. But what happened is I just thought one day, is this really where I want to be? And I knew it wasn't exactly my end goal of living on tons of acres, but I felt like I wanted to explore this further. When I told Chris that we should look into moving, he looked at me like I was crazy, and we started looking. I just kept telling myself, if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be, and if it's not, then we're perfectly fine. So there was nothing wrong with the house where it was like everything's breaking down, although the appliances were breaking down a bit, or that it wasn't up to date to the way I liked it, or it wasn't in a great neighborhood or anything like that. It was just that I wanted something more functional. I wanted something fresh. I wanted something different. All of the false beliefs that we had were not true. And I often get asked just by friends, do you ever miss your old house? The truth is I thought I would be more emotionally attached to it, but in all honesty, I really don't. It was a chapter of my life that has come and passed, and it's all because I just took a moment and stopped and thought about, is this really where I want to be? Now, I'm not telling you to go and move if you don't like your house and if it doesn't make sense or anything like that. I'm just trying to put in perspective that we often get stuck or content in what we think is already perfect. And it might be, or it could have been at one time, but you also don't have to let that stop you from moving forward if it's time to change. One thing that helped tremendously was all of y'all here supporting my channel year after year. I really hope that each and every video have been helpful to you in some way throughout the years. In the spring, I opened up my YouTube mentor program, helping people who want to start a YouTube channel create one successfully. We've had some small group coaching and my students are thriving. I am relaunching again in the fall, and if you're interested in joining, then go ahead and download the YouTube Power Kit in the link in my description box below. That will put you on my email list and you'll be notified when the launch is open.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You say
Okay, so these are all tiny dead bugs in the slider window seal. I don't think that it is properly sealed. I think there's a little gap opening right there where I have temporary napkins because I would rather have napkins there than have the bugs come in at night. So I have to call and see if I can get something to come and properly seal that. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have more home updates, more home content, some room makeovers coming pretty soon. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're not subscribed, then be sure to subscribe. Updating our new home is probably gonna take a while. So in today's video, I'm continuing the process of making small updates, including hanging some more pictures on the wall, completing our entryway, having all of our shutters installed, hiding all of our crowns and markers immediately, catching up on laundry, and just overall refreshing the home. You know when people say, just trust the process? Well, that's been the hardest struggle for me when deciding what I want to do and don't want to do in this new home. But before you can trust any type of process, you have to get started. And that's what I'm here to help you with today. Whether that be cleaning, organizing, inspiration, or creativity, it's all in today's video. But let's jump back quickly to last week. You will have seen me putting up all of these curtains as well as all of the paper shades, which we had ordered shutters that took about 5 weeks to come in. So this was my temporary solution. And today is the day that they are doing the install. In the office and in the kids' bedrooms, we ordered 4-inch shutters, which means they're pretty wide. I think the typical is 3-inch, but because these are large windows, if you go with a wider length shutter, it just gives you more of a view. But here they are. They've completed the install in all of the rooms, and I think they turned out so good. I did pair them with curtains. They don't completely black out the space. So if Rye's like taking a nap or something, I do have blackout curtains as well. But but they definitely change up the room and just add that special character in each space. Now, I don't know a lot about window treatments, but these are a little bit more modern type shutters where they don't have the railing that goes down the middle. You actually just grab the edge of it in order to open and close it. So they are a little bit different than a traditional shutter. Next, I'll show you Sailor's bedroom, and I had curtains up here. They were pink and white, and the pink curtains kind of bothered me a bit because they didn't match the pink color on her tuffed bed. So what I'm going to do is rehang the curtains, and I think that I did take off the pink velvet curtains, and I'm just going to use the white sheer curtains to hang back up. And then whenever I come back around and redo all the rooms, I'll probably change these up again.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn.
So this is the office space that looks out in front of the house, and I did move that blue couch in here because I'm completely redoing our movie / game / playroom. But I love them here. I can move the tops and the bottom, where I can shut the bottom and then just like creep out the top in case I want to see who's at the door or which package is getting delivered today. And then lastly, this is Savannah's room, and all of these shutters do open so that you can clean them easy. So it made a big difference, but also I went a little bit crazy on Prime Day and I ordered a bunch of stuff. So I got this advertised to me, this home ceramic spray. You're supposed to spray it on your refrigerator because the refrigerator that we got just had so many fingerprints. So I'm going to test it out, see if it works. These floor grippers, I don't know if y'all have seen them, and you attach them to your rugs so that your rug doesn't slip so much. So these were kind of going viral. So I decided to go ahead and order these along with a new rug for the entryway. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this rug. I did get the Chris Loves Julia Loli rug. I got this that's what I got it in, 3x5, and it's a sage green. For some reason, I've been obsessing over green colors and really trying to bring in a lot more earthy tones. So whenever I do my living room makeover, our patio makeover, our movie room makeover, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already so you get updates whenever those room transformations are done. But for our living room, I did order this brand of rugs. They're affordable. I got them on, the living room rug I got on Wayfair. This one I got on Amazon on Prime Day. They are wool rugs, so they're going to shed a bit, but they're really good quality for the price. And it looks really good. I will say that I have become somewhat of a bougie buyer, but one thing I don't spend a lot of money on is rugs, because no matter what type of rug you have, I just feel like they don't last very long, or maybe it's because we have a bunch of kids and stuff. But this one was, for the thickness of it and for the quality, I think that this was a really good price. Every time I open up something, I get super nervous, but it's just that right color of green where it's not too green and it's not too plain, so that not everything in our house is just all the same organic colors, but this just gives it a pop of color without being overbearing. So next I'm going to test these rug grippers. So they do have one side that says that it goes on the rug and one side that goes on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and add these here, and then whenever we do our playroom or movie room, I'm also going to add those on the rug that I got over there as well. And my review on these are that they work pretty good. They work good on hardwood floors. I do have them on my carpeted floor in the movie room, like I said, and it doesn't stick as well on the carpet, but it does really well on the wood floor. So I'm trying to get a close-up picture so you can see the color. There's just so much light coming in, but the color and the thickness is just, again, I do like this rug a lot. So this is one of my biggest pet peeves, the number of fingerprints, and just, you can see it up close and it's even worse in person. And I knew that this was probably going to happen when we went with this refrigerator that doesn't have any handles, but I guess Amazon or somebody read my mind, and I bought this thing that is supposed to help. It's like a coating for mirrors and stainless steel, and it's supposed to work magic. And the way that you use it is that you first wash all of the surfaces really well. So that's what I'm doing here, making sure that there's no fingerprints or anything on here. And then you dry it really well, and then you use that spray and you spray a good amount all over the area, and then you're supposed to wipe it up fairly quickly. So then that is supposed to be like the coating on it. And so my overall review on that is that I was a little bit disappointed. It did not work. I expected it to work magic and you could just like rub your fingers all over, lick the fridge, do whatever kids do, and that it would just stay clean 100% of the time, or it would just not have the fingerprints on it. And either I'm doing something wrong or it just doesn't work magic like I thought and wanted it to. I did do two different times. I did it 2 different times, and I might even do it a couple more times. So basically you spray it all over the refrigerator, wherever you're going to spray it on. And then it comes with this cloth, and you're supposed to, I think it says you're supposed to like go up and down with wiping it off, and then you get the really dry part, and then you have to do little circles around to make sure that it's all the way off, and then you let it sit for about 2 hours. After you let it sit and I guess settle for a couple of hours, then you shouldn't have any smudges or anything like that. I did it this day, and then I started like touching it, and now I'm like, why isn't this working? Well, I did it a second time the next day, and it does help a little bit, but I guess I was expecting just to like it not be anything. So I guess it does work a little bit, but it just, it doesn't work 100%. So next we'll go back to Sailor's bedroom. We did end up hanging this on her dresser. This used to be in our living room, that huge mirror, and we ended up hanging it in her room. So what I'm actually going to do is move some of the stuff in the playroom into her bedroom. It is going to be all of the Barbies, because the playroom is going to be more of a movie room. There's going to be some toys in there, but it's not going to be a full-on toy room. Now, I used to be against toys in the bedroom only because if they made a mess in one room, I felt like it was easier just to clean it up in that one room, and opposed to like going to 3 to 4 different rooms and just toys everywhere. But now that they're getting a little bit older, I like having them separated, because at this age, oh my gosh, they fight so much. I mean, that's just what you do as siblings, I assume. So I can kind of separate them and have them each go to their room and play separately for a bit whenever they are just going at each other. But also, I wanted this room to feel more of a movie room, I guess you can say, opposed to a toy room, but there are still going to be toys in there. But anyway, whenever I post that transformation video, you'll see more about what we did in there. But long story short, we're moving some of her toys in her bedroom. It doesn't look great. It looks a little cluttered, but whatever. It's just, you got to trust the process. So I've been pretty obsessed with wanting to get everything done as fast as possible, knowing that there is a process involved with getting set up. Sometimes I just tell Chris, I want all of this to be set up. Or when something comes in, I'm like, you need to hang it right away. We need to do this. We need to get this done. We need to order this. And he's just like, slow down, Michelle. It's a process. And just like with anything in life, I feel like nowadays we're so used to getting that instant gratification, having everything done, getting it over with, and we forget that there's actually a lot of joy in the process. That is where you grow. That is what life is. Life is the process, whether we want to go through that or accept that or not. Now, I remember when I first started to organize my home was just chaotic. I didn't have time. I didn't care about the organization of it. There were other things that I was focused on. A very determined person. So you can be very determined, driven, and still have chaos just going on in your life. I was watching all of these organizing shows that came on Netflix, and I just thought, I want somebody to come and do that for me. I just want to have it done for me so I don't have to worry about it. But I just remember thinking, if I didn't learn how to, one, not only do it myself, but two, how to maintain it, then I wouldn't care enough to keep it maintained. And as our family started growing, the harder the maintaining it got, and the more important the system and the process and the organization I feel like needed to happen. I always saw myself as a working mom, not a homemaker, so there had to be some give and take there. Now, when I decided to start filming the processes, it was very embarrassing. I never said out loud that it was embarrassing, that I have kind of lost control of maintaining my home. And it was always because I was working and I was busy and I was trying to figure out motherhood, but that's kind of how it was for all of us. I was pretty embarrassed, but I never actually said that out loud. So I started to get on the path, not because I wanted people to think that I had it all together, but to figure out how to be less overwhelmed because of all the things that I had going on. And now that I'm a few years in, I'm so glad that I went on the path and I did it myself. It was the harder way to go, opposed to just hiring someone to do everything for me. And when I decided to pick up the camera and to start sharing some of the more vulnerable things about me, which was homemaking, it was not business, it was not work, it was not drive or anything like that. It was homemaking, was my vulnerable moment. I didn't fully know that it was going to turn into this awesome community that it has. YouTube has become a creative outlet. It's become a business. It's become an amazing community and has definitely transformed our lives. This spring, I launched the YouTube Power Program, where I teach how to create a successful YouTube channel. And I'm excited to announce that I'm opening up some more spots this fall. I'd love to have you join if you're interested, so go ahead and download the free YouTube Power Kit that will get you on my email list, and you will get announcements on when we are launching. So it's not affiliated with YouTube, but it is the strategies that I have used to grow on YouTube. But I am finishing up in Rye's room and getting some of his pictures hung on the wall.
I've been here before, familiar with the view. This ain't nothing new. And every time that you walk through the door,
So speaking of Rye, not my little angel baby coloring all over the brand new walls. Trust me, we've already had words and I've already processed this, but not that he really understands. He will be 2 next week, but in that cabinet, which I shared in last week's video, I organized some art stuff and a couple of toys. I said I was going to put them away, and I don't know how he got them, but somehow he climbed up, got some, and decided that that was a nice place to color. But Magic Eraser is a miracle worker. It got everything out. If all else failed, we had extra paint, but I didn't feel like getting the paint out. So next I'm going to do some laundry, get caught up on that, and then get the house cleaned up a bit.
I'm going through changes, so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep them, and we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment with you. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment with you. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment.
So next week I said was Rye's birthday. So for his second birthday, we're actually going camping. Or I wouldn't say camping, I would say glamping, because we are renting a little cabin. And if you're not familiar with glamping, I would say it's glamorous camping. I think that is the term used for it. Speaking of, I have been camping before, and I wouldn't say that I am a camper. I wouldn't say that's my thing. That's not my jam. I mean, it's hot. There's bugs everywhere. It's just, you got to pee in the woods. Some people enjoy that. Actually, let me know. Are you a camper? Do you like camping, or do you not like camping? I would say I'm more of a resort type person. And this trip, I decided, we've been to a lot of the resorty type places around where we live and like a couple hours away. So I decided that we are going to do this camping thing. We're going with a group of people. So I'm hoping that it turns out okay. Although we are staying in a cabin with a bathroom. It has a water park. It has like a bunch of fun stuff. So hopefully it'll be a cool experience. So I actually called this place. I called the camping place, and I'm talking to the lady because I might had to have changed the number of people in our room. And I'm like, so what are all the restaurants there? And she's like, well, we don't really have a bunch of restaurants. And mind you, this is like a big campground place. Like it's like a resort. I don't know how to explain it. Like a resort-ish type park where there's amenities, activities, and a pool. There's a water park. Like there's a bunch of stuff there. And I'm like, there's no restaurants. And she's like, well, there's a grill in your cabin. If I were you, I would just bring a bunch of food. And I told Chris, he's like, Michelle, it is camping. And I'm like, well, oh yeah, I guess you have to cook and stuff. But anyway, I'm not giving it away that I'm not a good camper. But I feel like living in this house has prepared me for the bugs. If you haven't seen on my Instagram, I've shared like several photos of the bugs we're not on property, but we are, we back up to the greenery area, and we have a lot bigger backyard than in our old house, and the bugs are crazy. Like we have had wolf spiders, which are like, they're just ginormous. If you saw my kitchen organization video, you saw them. You saw them on the, I showed it in that video. And when we were cleaning out our patio, we had a black widow spider. And I'm just like, not prepared. I'm not prepared for country living, I guess you can say. But we do have someone who comes, like the first day that we moved in, the bugs are so bad. I talked to our neighbor, and she's like, he's an exterminator, but he comes with like a hazmat suit and just fogs the yard. And like, there's just dead bugs everywhere, and I'm like, I need him to come right now. So they actually did come. So I do have someone who comes and sprays just our yard, but if you haven't seen any of my recent videos of this new house, that's our backyard. So it's like so beautiful, but I just underestimated the bugs. But again, just trust the process. I'm adjusting. I'm going to be a bug lady one day. Not really, but I will accept them a little bit more. Also, another thing when cleaning is that we have so much glass in our house, windows, everything. That is also an adjustment here. But I'm showing you the refrigerator one more time because I showed that product earlier and I have sprayed it a couple of times, and I'm going to go ahead and do a whole nother coat of that on there. And like I said, I think the more coats that I do, the better it gets, but overall it still leaves fingerprints.
Hey, I've been dreaming about you. Every night I see you clear as day. It's just something about the way you make me feel, 'cause I can't concentrate anytime you're beside me. What you do to me, I can barely breathe. Hey, I've been thinking about you and all the words that I'm gonna say the next time that I see your pretty face, 'cause I can concentrate anytime you're beside me.
It's hard to see a little bit here, but we have water spots all over the glass. We have really hard water. I have yet to get a water softener, so I'm cleaning up all the water spots here. I need a squeegee. In our last house, we never had to squeegee the glass, which is weird, but I think because we had the water softener that it just helps so much with all the spots and stuff. But for glass cleaner, I usually use non-toxic products. I'm like 80% non-toxic, or try to be, and then 20% whatever products that work very well, but probably not the best products. But Chris had this, he used to use it in his work, and he had that spray, and it actually does work really well. So I started using it, but I will get some more glass cleaner. I actually ran out of glass cleaner. But again, the bathtub, if you see the ring around there, like that is, it's from the water. Like I give the kids bath. I'm not a bath person, but I do give the kids baths, or Rye, he'll take a bath in here every once in a while, and then it leaves the water ring. So top of my agenda, I do need to get a water softener for here. So also next on my list is that I need hardware for all of the cabinets, because these drawers are actually pretty hard to open. So I have been looking high and low everywhere, and I love the Studio McGee style. So I'll look, and then of course their hardware is so expensive. So what I did was I found some on Etsy, and a lot of y'all recommended Hobby Lobby. I have not had a chance to go to Hobby Lobby. On our old bathroom cabinets, our knobs, those knobs were from Hobby Lobby, and I forgot about that. So I am going to make a trip out there and see if I can find something really cool for the bathrooms. For the kitchen, I did order a couple. Like this is a dupe from one of the McGee & Co.'s home, one of the things they shared on Instagram. So I found it on Etsy, and I'm kind of comparing. I have a couple that I've ordered, and I like the one with the back plate. So the color is a little bit different. And when you go with gold, it is so difficult to get a style you like where you can match the same color, gold, brass, whatever, because there's so many different shades of it. So I think I'm going to order the one with the back plate. But if I order those, obviously I'll keep everyone updated. Next, we hung all of our, I don't know if I've shared that. We hung all of our chandelier lights, lantern-ish lights, up in the entryway. And since our console table came in For the living room, which I'll share that in a living room video, I'm going to kind of move this console table back to the entryway and then hang up the mirror and then just kind of get this area set up a bit.
A couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close, ooh, closer than before. And no one knows, ooh, that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings, I just need you to know that I want you close, ooh, closer than before. I know that we've been through a lot, now we're hiding in the crowd. I'll be whatever you want me to be, you know I'm on your side. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close.
So lastly, I'm going to kind of use some of the vases and flowers or floral arrangements that I had and just put them on there. Like I said, I have not had time to go shopping for anything. We still have stuff in storage too, some decorations and stuff. But for now, I'm just going to set everything up with what I have. I might get some olive branches or, I don't know, change up the vases a bit. But right now, like I said, I just want to get something set up here. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I'll be sharing some room makeovers in the next couple of videos, so be sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I will see y'all next week.